Reports say the Trump administration is planning to increase the pressure on China by threatening up to $100 billion in additional tariffs on Chinese goods. All those things we like to buy at Walmart.
The trade dispute between the US and China is dominating the news. In just a few months, tit-for-tat tariffs have spiraled to levels that are worrying to many. But what does it have to do with us? Trade is essential to the success of America and the American people. It represents about a third of US GDP and has helped build the US economy into the undisputed number one. To make that happen, the US needs other countries to trade with, countries like China. In 2015, China bought $165 billion in US goods, and in the last decade, US exports to China grew by 86%. On paper, that means Americans sold more of everything to the Chinese: planes and cars, copper and cotton, corn and coal. But the tariffs are bad news for everyone. The IMF says US tariffs could cost the global economy $430 billion, and it thinks America would be especially vulnerable to an escalating tariff war. The World Bank predicts that tariff increases could trigger a drop in global trade of 9%, what it calls crisis levels not seen since the recession of 2008. But there's still time to act.
The country that blinks the first is the one that will actually be doing the right thing by its people, because tariffs imposed by a country hurt their own people.
A trade war isn't good for anyone, not for the US, not for China, and not for the world.